the counties that do not honor our detainers.
Nicole, let's talk about that memo you reported on last night regarding ICE tactics, specifically the ability to enter people's homes without a warrant from a judge. How is that a break or different from how ICE agents operated before?
Tony, this is a big departure from how ICE agents typically conduct their business. This memo authorizes federal agents to force entry into a home with only an administrative warrant signed by an ICE official, not a judge, raising all kinds of constitutional Fourth Amendment concerns. We heard the Vice President J.D. Vance defend this policy today, but he conceded, like so many policy changes under this administration, we'll see how this one plays out in the courts. Tony?
Nicole, thank you very much. Turning overseas to Switzerland today, President Trump stepped into a new role as chairman of the Board of Peace. It's a new international organization created by him and over which he alone has veto power. Ed O'Keefe is traveling with the president. He has more.
President Trump launched the Board of Peace on his final day in Davos. Its mission, the redevelopment of the Gaza Strip, where airstrikes continue and Hamas remains armed.
I'm a real estate person at heart, and it's all about location. And I said, look at this location on the sea. Look at this beautiful piece of property.
Seeking $1 billion from each member, Trump's board hopes to rebuild Rafah and turn Gaza City, mostly flattened by the conflict, into a brand new tourist mecca with sparkling skyscrapers.
You know what? Let's just plan for catastrophic success.
On stage with the president were members from 19 countries, mostly autocracies, with just 2 from Europe, Bulgaria and Hungary. France, Sweden, and Norway said they wouldn't join. The board's charter gives Trump all the power to veto, set the agenda, and designate his own successor. And its mandate isn't limited to the Middle East.
Once this board is completely formed, we can do pretty much whatever we want to do.
After a conference that saw Trump criticize NATO and insult longtime allies, some viewed the Board of Peace as yet another attempt to dismantle the post-war world order.
You know, we go through these.
We spoke with Finland's President Alexander Stubb, who urged the world to move on from this week's drama.
Be a bit more Finnish. Take a deep breath, take a sauna and a cold bath, and we'll solve it together.
Also a concern for European allies, Russia was invited to join the board. President Putin said he'd be happy to and would donate $1 billion from his assets that have been frozen by the West. That would be a no-go for most allies. Tony?
He would say that. Ed, you know, the president also made news today suing a very well-known bank, J.P. Chase, and its very well-known CEO, that would be Jamie Dimon. What's the reasoning here?
That's right. It was a $5 billion suit in a Florida state court. The president alleging J.P. Chase and Jamie Dimon closed his bank accounts after the January 6th insurrection. He says he and his company suffered financial harm and calls the bank's decision political discrimination. J.P. Chase says the accounts weren't closed because of politics and said the suit has no merit. Tony?
All right, Ed, thank you very much. There was another push to end the war in Ukraine. President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met in Davos. Then Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, had a late-night meeting with Vladimir Putin in Moscow. That as Russia continues to turn winter itself into a weapon. Here's MTS Tayeb.
In the central city of Dnipro, a Russian drone tore through this apartment block, injuring 7 as smoke poured from the building. The apartment can be rebuilt, says Olena, but people are irreplaceable. At Ukraine's power plants, a different battle. Energy workers endure freezing temperatures and frozen pipes to repair damage caused by Russian strikes. There is a lot of damage, says energy worker Vitaly. As soon as we fix it, the attacks start again. With temperatures far below freezing, warming centers have become a lifeline across Ukraine as thousands of buildings remain without power and the capital Kyiv alone. While at train stations, civilians wait out Russian strikes. Nearly 4 years into this war, Ukrainians are still living this way, not knowing when the next siren will sound. Imtiaz Tayeb, CBS News, London.
Still ahead on the CBS Evening News, the new deal between the U.S. and China on TikTok. What TikTok users need to know. Stay with us.
Bronchiectasis flares can make you loud. So loud, your flares can feel like they take over. And the worst part? Flares can cause permanent damage to your lungs. It's time to quiet your bronchiectasis flares by preventing as many as you can. Ask a pulmonologist about a different bronchiectasis treatment option that can help. Learn more at treatbe.com.
Nature's Bounty.
Your skin renews every 27 days.
Nature's Bounty supplements your hair, skin, and nails with 2 times the biotin. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
So I'm sensing a bit of tension between you two.
Well, our heart attack was a wake-up call, but I still feel like we could do more to avoid another one.
Come on. I started eating kale. Kale. And I take statins.
Right, and we're hitting the gym, but I'm worried it's not enough. I just want him to ask our doctor about Repatha.
Normally, I don't take sides, but you should listen to your heart.
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63% and drops the risk of having a heart attack by 27%. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
You were right. Our LDL-C is in a better place.
And so are we.
Listen to your heart. Ask your doctor about Repatha.
When your gut is out of balance, your body gives you signs. So if you're frustrated with occasional bloating or gas, help stop the frustration and start taking Align every day. Align Probiotic was specifically designed by gastroenterologists to help relieve your occasional bloating and gas, so you can enjoy life. When you feel the signs, it's time to try Align.
Details are coming in tonight about a newly approved deal between the U.S. and China over control of TikTok, the wildly popular short video app, which Congress had effectively banned unless its Chinese owner stopped operating the platform in these United States. Kelly O'Grady is here to explain. Kelly, good evening. Walk me through all of it, please.
Yeah, absolutely, Tony. So, I mean, look, this marks a major turning point when it comes to TikTok. And it's 170 million U.S. users, right? That's a really big number. So, White House official confirmed both China and the U.S. signed off on a deal to spin off TikTok's U.S. operations. And it comes just a day before the deadline that could have forced the app offline. Now, the new company would be majority owned by a group of mostly American investors. That's according to an internal memo that we reviewed back in December. Now, those investors would include private equity firm Silver Lake, MGX, that's an Abu Dhabi-based fund, and tech giant Oracle. Now, Chinese owner ByteDance would retain a 20% stake, right? That's an important number. It is within that law that we've talked about. The original push to ban the app was driven by bipartisan national security concerns, and that would be fears that the Chinese government could access American user data. And that's where the biggest question still remains. It's that algorithm, which is widely considered what makes TikTok so popular. So we do know the plan is for the U.S. entity to retrain it on U.S. user data, but no further details have been released on who will control that algorithm or how it will be governed. Now, we did reach out to the new investors and TikTok. They did not respond with a comment. But after hearing from several experts, like the really big question is whether the U.S. user feed is going to be any different or when this spinoff is going to occur, Tony.
Yeah, and whether it satisfies those big security questions, which led a bipartisan group of Congress people to pass this in the first place.
That's right.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Still ahead, an alarm at a bank leads police to a buck. It's a true story. We'll explain next.
Your mental health is better. But having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Ingrezza. #1 prescribed Ingrezza reduced TD movements by greater than 10 times, with most seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior or mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Have you ever felt so sluggish that it was like you were stuck in your chair?
Like you didn't feel energetic enough for even routine activity. I've been there. And as a doctor, I knew this could be a sign that my digestive system wasn't working at its best. So I followed the same advice I give my patients and started taking Metamucil fiber every day.
Metamucil is the only leading brand with plant-based psyllium fiber that gels to help trap and remove waste, so you can feel lighter in as little as 14 days.
After trying it for 2 weeks, I decided to keep taking Metamucil every day to help meet my health goals.
Metamucil psyllium fiber also helps curb cravings between meals, helps lower cholesterol to support heart health, and helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. That's why Metamucil is the #1 fiber brand recommended by doctors, pharmacists,
And gastroenterologists like me.
Metamucil. Digestive health starts here. Scan to shop or visit these fine retailers today.
Asthma was making me miss out on things I love, like spending time with my kids. My treatment plan was not doing enough for me. I was concerned about future attacks. So I asked my doctor if we could do more. He ran some tests and recommended adding Fasenra.
Fasenra is an add-on treatment for eosinophilic asthma.
Now I'm breathing better. I haven't had an asthma attack in a year, and I'm back to the things I've missed. Like cheering for my boys. Let's go! Running my shop and spending time with friends.
Fasenra is not for sudden breathing problems. Serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis, may occur. Get help right away for swelling of your face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop asthma treatments, including oral steroids, without talking with your doctor. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens or you have a parasitic infection. Headache and sore throat may occur.
Haven't you missed enough? Be your own best advocate. Ask your doctor about Fasenra.
If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
The stars shine brighter on CBS Mornings.
This is a slam dunk.
So cute.
Y'all came in singing for me today.
On CBS Mornings.
Cameras captured the moments of chaos after a deer broke into a bank on New York's Long Island Sunday. Police posted this video of the buck scrambling around trying to escape. Eventually, Suffolk County's finest managed to lasso and release the animal, adding in a post online, quote, "You never know what your day is going to bring." Same say Philadelphia police, because in a suburb there, they rescued a dog that fell through the ice in a backyard pool, this also on Sunday. Once the rope was tossed out and secured, they pulled the animal to safety. In this case, it seems man was the dog's best friend. We'll be right back.
What causes a curve down there?
Is it Peyronie's disease?
Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at gogetSomebody.com. Milk?
Don't live in dairy denial.
You can have your milk and smile. Lactate's in the real milk aisle, 'cause it's 100% real milk, just without the lactose. Lactate.
Don't let congestion take over. Afrin No Drip. Wow. Ridiculously fast nasal congestion relief. The wow is real. And now try new drug-free Afrin Saline.
I didn't think someone like me was at risk of shingles.
The rash couldn't possibly be that painful.
And it wouldn't disrupt my life for weeks.
I was wrong. I didn't know that 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes shingles, and it could reactivate at any time.
I learned that the hard way.
But you don't have to. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
Seeing signs of aging? Before you try drastic measures, try new Olay Regenerist. Now upgraded with triple collagen peptides, Olay targets a root cause of aging, weak cellular bonds, and strengthens them from within. 97% saw visible results. Firmer, lifted, more radiant skin. For dramatic results without drastic measures, there's new Olay Regenerist. Only Olay.
And Doug.
Imagine if we could tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. Leave him!
What's this? A fan has run out onto the field, and he's not wearing pants.
Do birds need pants?
And the control room censored it.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now, I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling the Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now, I'm back in the picture. Skyrizi is the only IL-23 inhibitor proven to help achieve remission, meaning few to no symptoms in just 4 weeks for some people. Many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help visibly repair damage of the intestinal lining.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Finally tonight, only in America, the governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, has doubled down on a public defense of Groundhog Day.
It's Punxsutawney Phil!
Every February 2nd, if you don't know, officials in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, pull a groundhog named Phil out of his burrow, and according to tradition, Phil then predicts weather will have an early spring. It's a huge event, draws thousands of people a year, but Phil, if you look at his eyes in particular, doesn't always look thrilled about the attention, which is why, for decades now, PETA has been lobbying to replace Phil with, for example, a gold coin or a vegan weather reveal cake. Or even a 36-year-old woman from Oregon who said she'd live in Phil's burrow and live stream it. The new suggestion is a giant 3D hologram, which one Philadelphia Inquirer columnist described as both adorable and terrifying. But the governor of Pennsylvania is having none of it. He's posted a photo of Phil with the words, "Don't tread on me." And if you're thinking, well, he's clearly joking, people have reached out to his office, and the office said, quote, he's indeed very serious about his defense of Phil. Like I said, only in America. And that's another day in America for all of us at CBS News. I'm Tony DeCopel in New York. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night for now.
Okay, Brian, craziest touchdown ever.
Tennessee Titans, Music City Miracle.
Tyson snags it, starts running like he's double parked.
I called it. I knew it was coming.
I'm sorry, what?
I told everybody he was about
You didn't tell nobody nothing. That's a fib. You didn't know. Nobody believes you when you talk like this. I mean, you've done a lot of amazing things in your life. Why can't you just tell us those stories?
I'm being honest.
You're not being honest.
New customers bet $5 on the playoffs and get $300 if your bet wins. Paid in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
The Menards bag sale is here. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. Plus, get big savings on big buys, like new appliances. You'll find a great selection ready to take home today. Save $145 each on a Maytag top-load washer or an electric dryer. Find the cabinetry that meets your needs with Cardell. They're ready to install and feature free shipping to your home. Get all Cardell and Medallion cabinets on sale now.
Save big money at Menards.
Ozarks First Storm Tracker, showing us what's going to happen before it happens.
Next at 6, Ozarks First has its eye to the sky as the Ozarks is just hours away now from a messy winter weekend. We have the very latest forecast from our meteorologist, Matt Hefner. And a look at how Springfield police are connecting homeless people to resources in an effort to improve lives and build trust. Ozarks First at 6 starts now.
This is Ozarks First News at 6.
First tonight, a major winter storm is brewing for the Ozarks, bringing inches of snowfall and extremely cold weather. This is video from Beaver Lake earlier today on our last warm day before things really take a turn. Partly cloudy skies there. Now a live look over Springfield as the sun is setting. Ozarks First is going to be covering this storm all weekend, both on air along with on our new streaming app, Ozarks First Plus. We are going to be streaming for hours at a time, including cut-ins at the top of the hour right here on Color 10 every hour. We'll have timely updates as well on our website, ozarksfirst.com. For now, though, we check in with our meteorologist.
Something going on this weekend, Bailey? Is there something we got to talk about?
You're not busy at all, are you? Well, a lot of people are saying, you know, we're going to get buried in snow, which not saying that none's going to fall, but you're being a little bit more conservative with the forecast.
We have one of the more conservative estimates out there. I think we're looking at past events. We're trying to go off that run.
Yeah.
Still a lot of snow of what
Definitely.
we're forecasting, but we're kind of a little bit on that lower end. Let's kind of quickly talk about temperatures right now. Getting close to the freezing mark. Temperatures for tomorrow. The cold starts to move in. Okay. Here's what a lot of people want to know is what we can expect over this weekend. No concern of snowfall for Friday. This first wave is going to kick in overnight on Friday, carry out through the start of the day Saturday, expecting a lull in the midday hour on Saturday before second wave moves in on Saturday evening. We're looking at this very powdery, kind of almost sugar-like snow that's going to start to come in, very similar to the snow event that happened last February that brought about 6 inches our way. Roads will be snow covered, but it'll be very quickly to kind of brush that off. This type of snow, you can get a leaf blower out and blow out of the way. Look at the cold air mass that's going to move in. 10 degrees for your high on Saturday, 14 for Sunday. Expecting snow for both of these days. Where do I lie on the panic meter? I think this is something that you absolutely need to go out for and prepare. We're looking at about half a foot of snow that can move into Springfield, if not even more. That's enough to kind of shut down the town. Not expecting anything historic, not expecting blockbusters. Still got a lot of elements to this forecast I got to talk about. We'll do that later on, Bailey.
This is a weekend event. If you don't have to be out, don't. But those that deem it necessary to be out, now's the time to prepare your vehicle.
Many local and state agencies are sounding the alarm, warning the public now you're going to want to stay home during the upcoming storm this weekend. Tonight, Ozarks First Parker Paget live in Springfield after speaking with the Highway Patrol and MoDOT about the preparations.
Yeah, MoDOT and the Highway Patrol are not going to be reactive to this, but they're going to be proactive. I'm told they are going to be on standby, waiting for the first snowflake to fall.
It's an all hands on deck for an event that's being predicted.
Local and state agencies are preparing for a massive winter storm.
This is our first big storm of the winter. We've got all of our crews out getting their equipment ready and preparing for the storm.
Jimmy Shannon with MoDOT says their crews are ready to work 12 hours on and 12 hours off.
We're getting our trucks ready, putting our plows and spreaders on, just double checking, making sure that everything's working properly.
With the low temperatures, Shannon says MoDOT won't be pre-treating the roads.
In this particular case, with the conditions that we have, putting out materials beforehand could be detrimental and make it more difficult to clear the road.
But he says they'll clear as much as they can.
We prioritize our routes based on volume. Our interstates and majors come first.
Sergeant Mike McClure suggests you have a go bag if you have to travel.
Extra warm clothes, perhaps a sleeping bag, something that can assist in additional warmth if the car happens to stop, a charged phone and a charger.
As always, you can check road conditions in Missouri with the MoDOT Traveler map. If you live in Arkansas, you can go to iDriveArkansas.com. And in Bailey, as you mentioned, Ozarks First will be doing continuous coverage of this storm on air on our website, ozarksfirst.com, and as well as on our streaming app, Ozarks First Plus. Reporting live in Springfield, Parker Paget, Ozarks First.
All right, Parker, thank you. Well, the snow is not the only concern this weekend. Dangerously cold temperatures are also expected. City Utilities of Springfield is urging people to be prepared to keep your home warm. Some steps you can take right now include sealing any drafts in your windows and doors, preparing for power outages by gathering your flashlights and blankets, insulate exposed pipes, and make sure to drip your faucets so those pipes don't freeze. If your power does go out, you're asked to report it by calling CU or reporting it on the City Utilities of Springfield app. Entergy crews in Arkansas are ready to go for this weekend. They say they'll be working to prevent as many power outages as possible with ice in the forecast in parts of Arkansas. Right now, crews are checking equipment to ensure everything is prepared for the extreme conditions. Officials are concerned about power lines snapping due to the weight of snow and ice. They're also worried about some broken tree limbs falling on the active lines. That's why they're taking time to cut limbs that are near those lines right now.
We prepare for this year-round to make sure we're prepared. Our generation facilities, they do all their proper checks. We inspect our transmission and substation facilities throughout the year. And then on the distribution side, we do our vegetation management, so we prepare for the winter weather before it actually gets here.
Entergy customers can request removal of limbs and shrubs that are near power lines. Just head to the Entergy website. The Springfield Police Department taking a new approach to help people experiencing homelessness, not only during cold weather, but year-round. 2 officer outreach teams are now working full-time to connect people with housing, rehab, identification, and other resources, and they're already seeing results. Ozarks First, Doreen Abaya spoke with a lieutenant overseeing the program today and tells us that he's hoping to change lives.
Yes, Bailey. So with the dangerous cold coming, the Springfield Police Department told me their new outreach team is trying to take people off the street, and not just that, to rebuild relationships with them as well.
It gives them housing, maybe even access to Department of Revenue to get a driver's license, even clothing, vehicle maintenance.
One Lieutenant Kurt Ringgold took on the responsibility of leading the Springfield Police Department outreach program. He knew he wanted to try something new to educate and encourage people to make changes.
Well, it came about. It was a goal within the department, and once we had the resources, the officers, we were able to establish that team, a 2-man team that was essentially a street outreach team that went out and contacted individuals in the street to help them find the resources and get to those resources in order to change their lifestyle.
The team responds to calls and also makes an effort to meet people where they are.
They're also out there proactively looking for individuals that appear that they need the housing or they need some kind of resource, whether warmth or, a job.
The program has had benefits they didn't expect.
We found at least 2 missing persons. We had 3 times where we've had victims of crimes that detectives were unable to locate just because of their unhoused status, but these officers found them.
Breaking the cycle of homelessness is another goal.
Instead of just releasing them, we have a process that gets them right into housing, gets them right into resources so they're not back on the street.
Ringgold says the biggest change has been trust.
They were nice to me. They're willing to shake my hand, give me fist bumps. Those interactions are things that we did not have in the past.
The outreach team will continue working throughout the winter season. And they told me the department also said they hope to chalk more success stories as time comes. Reporting live here in Springfield, Doreen Abaya, Ozarks First.
Officials with the Greene County Sheriff's Office are warning residents about a rise in scams. As a reminder, the agency says they will never contact you about a warrant that needs to be paid off. Scammers usually request those payments using cryptocurrency or gift cards. Authorities say those types of calls are most likely a scam. If you receive one, simply hang up and contact your local authorities. Live look over Table Rock Lake. Sun has already set tonight. We are in for quite a weekend. Inches of snowfall, temperatures below 0, well below freezing. Matt Hefner has your full 7-day forecast and is breaking down the timing and arrival of that snowfall when we come back.
This is Ozarks First News at 6 with Bailey Stroll and meteorologist Matt Hefner. The outdoor forecast on Ozarks First is sponsored by Don Vance Auto Group. Upfront pricing, down home service. The The Bear Nation Update is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks. Severe winter weather threatens the Ozarks this weekend, and Ozarks First will be right here with you on the air on OzarksFirst.com and on the Ozarks First Plus streaming app. Get updates at the top of every hour. Ozarks First, covering the winter storm on every device so you stay safe.
The right retirement plan isn't about chasing returns. It's about balance. At Latour Asset Management, we help you diversify between risk and safety, growth for the future, and stability for today. Your income, your liquidity, and your comfort level, all working together in one coordinated plan. Because retirement shouldn't feel like a gamble. It should feel like confidence. Latour Asset Management, where your plan fits your life.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agents Kathy Cruz or Mark Rowe in Springfield or Agent Earl McKinney in Branson.
If you have cracks in your walls, or doors and windows that stick, or a settling foundation, there's only one local family-owned company to call: Thrasher Foundation Repair. Only Thrasher has been fixing foundations in the Midwest for more than 50 years. Only Thrasher has over 34,000 five-star reviews. Don't wait to fix your foundation. Join over 200,000 customers who will tell you there's only one company to call: Thrasher Foundation Repair.
Hi folks, Roger here with Tri-Lakes Ford Chrysler.
Roger, look what I found.
A baseball signed by Babe Ruth?
Never heard of him.
He's the greatest baseball player of all time.
Ew, let's play catch.
No way, Tri-Lake, this baseball's super rare.
Fine, if you won't play catch with me, at least take me for a ride in that shiny new Jeep Gladiator.
All right, you have a deal.
Come see us at Tri-Lakes Ford Chrysler, where we've got more awesome finds than you can shake a stick at.
One more day to prepare as the winter storm arrives overnight on Friday. I want to stress, no concerns of snowfall on Friday, no concerns of snowfall for your evening commute. It's past that. That wave one of really two big waves of winter weather is going to move our way. Let's break all of it down. First thing that's going to be happening for tonight is an Arctic air mass is moving our way. Friday is going to be downright chilly, not as nice as what we've experienced today. High temperature will come in right around noon, and that will only peak in the low 20s and will slowly taper these temperatures down. And once we get into the overnight hour, that's going to combine with this guy, a low pressure system that's off into the west coast. This is going to sling waves of wet weather, waves of winter weather our area. And there has just been a massive winter storm that's going to be occurring throughout most of South Central America. Look at all the watches and warnings that have been issued. We have a winter storm watch in effect over in New Mexico, one that extends all the way over to Maine. Winter storm warnings blanket most of Missouri, blanket all of Arkansas. Ice storm warnings in effect as well, as this system is going to produce really three modes of winter weather throughout the United States. Snow to the north. I think we really only have to be concerned about snow for our viewing area. Ice for areas further down to the south, mostly central Arkansas. Some of this can spill into northern Arkansas. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then rain that's going to be too far down into the south. The timing for all of this, nothing for tonight, nothing for Friday. Clouds start to build on Friday with temperatures really starting to decrease. I think we get the first snowflakes that start to fly by the time we get closer to that midnight hour, where snow is going to spill in from west to east, and it's going to be a light, steady, consistent snowfall throughout Friday night to the start of the day Saturday. And it's going to be this very fine sugar snow. Temperatures are going to be very cold outside. You're not going to get those big fluffy snowflakes. It's not going to be perfect for building Frosty the Snowman. Very powdery sugar snow that's going to move in for the start of the day Saturday. This is wave one. Expecting a lull in activity. Snowfall will stop by the time we get into the middle of the day Saturday. There will probably only be a couple inches on the ground. And then wave two will start to march in afterwards. And that kicks off on Saturday evening. Wave two will be stronger than wave one. It will bring higher totals than wave one, even brings the possibility of some sleet and freezing rain in south central Missouri and into northern Arkansas. That sweeps out. Steady snowfall continues throughout Saturday night and to the start of the day on Sunday when we can start to wrap this up. let's talk about totals. This is the part of the forecast that people have been throwing out a whole bunch of different numbers. I could show you guys models that are saying 20 inches of snow is coming, so you're blue in the face, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think a more conservative estimate of about 6 to 10 roughly in the Springfield area. The further up north you go, these totals really start to taper off with a bullseye, the jackpot zone of snow occurring along the state line where over 10 inches of snow will be possible. I don't just want to tell you my totals. I want to explain my confidence that we're going to see that. I am extremely confident that we're going to get somewhere between 4 to 6 inches. The confidence of that is 95 and 80% that we get at least half a foot of snow. So once you get past half a foot, that my confidence starts to decrease. I think it's better than a coin flip that we pick up at least 8 inches of snow. And this last bullet point, I'm seeing this number thrown out a lot. 1 foot of snow, I have it about a 10% chance, guys. I'm not going to go on air and tell you I think a foot of snow is happening when that's the worst case scenario. Could it happen? Yes. I don't think it's going to happen right now. Once we get past the snow, the cold air mass will start to march in. Here's your wind chills for Friday. It does not improve much for either Saturday or Sunday. High temperatures for both of those days will be into the low teens, and we are facing sub-zero temperatures Saturday and Sunday night. It's going to take a while for the snowfall to melt. The positive part is this very fine sugar snow, the type that's going to be easy to sweep, almost blow it off your driveway. We're going to be cold for the next week, Bailey.
Another good thing is road crews seem to be prepared with this, and with it being so powdery, I'm hoping the roads, still stay home if you can. Yeah. But hoping the roads won't be impacted too bad.
If you remember back in February, we had similar snowfall to this. The roads got cleared pretty quickly because it's going to drift. It's going to blow around rather than sticking to the ground.
That's true.
That's the positive part of it, but still a lot of snow. We're talking about half a foot that can march in.
And if you just joined us, you can catch this forecast again at 6:30 on Fox 49. Be sure to download our Ozarks First weather app right now. It's the perfect time to do that. You can get alerts sent right to your phone, check out the current radar, and look at the extended forecast. Mechanics are strongly urging folks to make sure their vehicles are ready for the upcoming wrath of old man winter. Be sure that your tires have enough tread on them. Low tire tread can cause your car to lose grip on slick roadways. You'll also want to check tire pressure inflation, especially with the cold coming. Tires tend to lose air in these cold months and cold times. As for keeping your windshield clear, you're recommended to use washer fluid that's rated for -20 degrees. And you're recommended to reduce the amount of times you use your parking brake. That's because cold temperatures can cause them to freeze up. Switching to sports, it's a doubleheader game night for Mo State basketball. The men are playing on the road at New Mexico State at 8 o'clock. The Lady Bears are at home. Their game tips off in about 15 minutes. Here's a preview of that game in your Bear Nation update.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Lucy on the Ozarks First digital desk. A big weekend is on tap for the Missouri State Lady Bears. Beth Cunningham's crew is coming off a loss and is welcoming two of the better teams in Conference USA. In our Bear Nation update, the Lady Bears are sitting at 4-1 in a three-way tie for second place behind Middle Tennessee. The other two teams are Louisiana Tech and Sam Houston, and those two teams just happen to be the next two opponents coming to Great Southern Bank Arena. Tonight, it's La Tech taking on the Lady Bears. The Bulldogs are on a 4-game winning streak, but they've lost 4 of the 6 games played away from Ruston. Sam Houston is scheduled for Saturday afternoon at 1. The Bearcats are playing in Miami at Florida International tonight. They hope to be in Springfield before the snowstorm hits. Tonight's game tips off at 6:30 at GSB Arena. The Lady Bears and La Tech have played 5 other times, with Mo State winning the last 4 games. And the Lady Bears are 1-0 against the Bulldogs in Springfield. For more sports, watch Ozarks First News at 9 and 10, and I'll see you then.
Still ahead, a local group providing Springfield students in need with some free clothing. We'll tell you how you can help out this group keeping its mission going.
You can win a Roku Streaming Stick 4K device. Just scan the QR code on the screen and enter to win. 2 lucky winners will be announced every Friday on Ozarks First Unscripted, starting January 16th till February 13th. Join us in celebrating the launch of our new CTV app.
Your living room's leaking. If only you had called Mike at Absolute Roofing before disaster arrived. His guys catch catastrophes before they strike with their Absolute Roofing Maintenance Program at AbsoluteRoofers.com.
Call Absolute. Absolute. Call Absolute. Absolute. Call Absolute. Absolute.
You can't hear your wife, you can't hear a call, you can't hear your friends, you can't even hear your dog. Now go to Half Price Hearing Aids. Go to Half Price Hearing Aids. You go to Half Price Hearing Aids, you got some friends who want to talk.
How much does not hearing cost you? If one of the most valuable things in life is talking with loved ones, then it's a lot. Let's do something about it today. We carry all the top hearing aid brands, and our patients typically save thousands. Call for your free hearing test now.
Ozarks First, voted Best Weathercast by the Missouri Broadcasters Association.
Get real relief that lasts from back or neck pain with spinal decompression. Spinal decompression relieves the pressure on your spinal discs. This creates a vacuum-like effect, pulling nutrients and fluids back into your discs, increasing your disc height, relieving nerve pain, and allows your spinal discs to heal, providing lasting relief. Cherry Health Center was the first to offer decompression in the Ozarks. Go to cherryhealthcenter.com or give us a call to get relief that lasts from back or neck pain.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all under.
Celebrating the launch of our new CTV app.
Welcome back. Well, an update on that huge Powerball that was apparently won in Cabot, Arkansas last month. The winning ticket from Christmas Day has finally been claimed. Arkansas Scholarship Lottery officials say the winner is from Cabot, a local there in Arkansas, but is choosing to remain anonymous. That person has opted to receive the one-time cash payment of nearly $835 million. The gas station that sold the winning ticket will also be receiving $50,000. In Lamar, many students received some free preventative dental care this week. It's all thanks to members of the Big Smiles Dental Clinic, who travels to schools all across Southwest Missouri with the primary goal of providing services like general checkups, cleanings, x-rays, fluoride treatments, and sealants.
Lamar, I know there's not many dentists in this area. They usually have to drive to Joplin or somewhere else that's further, so this is very convenient for the kids because they don't have to leave school to go to an appointment. They do it on school grounds here for all kids.
District officials hope they can continue this once a semester.
And now, Serving the Ozarks, sponsored by Patriot Heat and Air.
For more than 40 years, the PTA Clothing Bank has been supplying Springfield Public School students with free clothes. Ozarks First, Angela Luna spoke with their volunteers on how the process works for this week's Serving the Ozarks.
I have kids that come in and say, "Where's your cash register?" We don't have a cash register.
The PTA Clothing Bank is providing Springfield Public School students clothing free of charge. Any SPS student can qualify if they receive free and reduced lunch or referred by a principal, counselor, or school nurse due to emergency circumstances. Students feel relief having access to stylish clothes at no cost.
When they look around and they see that we pick out the best for them. We have scarves, we have belts, we have purses, we have jewelry over there that they can pick that we put together. People donate all kinds of things and we have them available.
The PTA Clothing Bank is operated by the Springfield Council of PTAs and is funded by monetary and clothing donations. Volunteers range from former teachers to anyone who wants to make a difference in a child's life. The most important part is making it as accessible as possible.
That they can come and it's easy. We don't make it hard for you. It's not like you have to give your life story in order to come here. All you have to do is tell your school nurse, I could use some help with some clothing, and you can come.
Serving the Ozarks, sponsored by Patriot Heat and Air. The Bear Nation Update is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Karan trusts Prevagen for her brain, and this is her story.
My name is Karan, and I'm from Brooklyn. I work for the City of New York as a police administrator. I oversee approximately 20 people. I did research, and I decided to give Prevagen a try. I felt amazing. I've been taking Prevagen for 4 years now. I feel confident. It's a life changer.
Prevagen has been the #1 selling brain supplement nationwide for over 10 years.
Ever feel like you're busting at the seams? At Continental Siding, we get it. We are growing fast. Right now, I desperately need to liquidate inventory in 2 of our warehouses so we can upgrade to larger facilities. If you've been putting off your siding project, now's the time to get a quote. If you help me liquidate all the siding inventory in 2 of our warehouses, we'll help you with a huge 30% discount. This is for in-stock colors only. Take advantage of our growing pains and save thousands. Click.
Heating and Air Paramedics. How may I help you?
I'm in an office in Springfield and our heat isn't working. Can you get somebody out here?
I have a truck on the way right now, sir.
Heating and Air Paramedics. There when you need us, 24/7.
Decades in business has taught us that car buying shouldn't feel like car buying. At Reliable Chevrolet, great pricing meets better selection. No haggle, no hassle, period. We know these vehicles inside and out and will find your perfect fit. Our GM certified techs get you in and out fast, saving you time and money in sales and service. Live nearby? We'll bring your new Chevy right to your door. Need a loaner while yours is in service? We've got you covered. Together, let's drive. Shop now at ReliableChevy.com.
So this snowfall is going to come in a couple of different rounds. So we got to watch the timing of that specifically. Luckily, you are going to be here and all the other meteorologists too. I'm going to be here too on Saturday. And we implore you to download our Ozarks First Plus Smart TV app. That's where we are going to be streaming all day long from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. where you can catch the very latest. We'll see you over on Fox 49 at 6:30.
We chose you to represent 25 years of the greatest adventure on television. And all we want is everything.
It's the Survivor Coliseum.
Light your torch and be a part of history. Survivor 50 is coming. CBS Wednesday, February 25th, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
When I retired, my biggest worry was what was biting that morning. Lots of fishing trips since then. Now my thoughts lean farther into the future. So I called Allen & Rector Law Firm. I didn't know the difference between an estate, trust, will, and I sure didn't want to leave my kids dealing with it. Allen & Rector took the reins, making my estate planning easy. So for now, we can concentrate on the matters at hand. Who's coming away with the big catch of the day?
At Womack Monument Company, we have many families who visit with us wanting to discuss their ideas for a more personal design for their loved one. With our own highly skilled and experienced graphic artists and craftsmen, we are able to take your ideas and incorporate them into a beautiful image that reflects more about your loved one. Please allow our family the opportunity to show you what we can do. Womack Monument Company in Springfield, Bolivar, Monette, Aurora, and throughout the Ozarks. For those you love, crafted by those who care.
Dear All-Wheel Drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets? We're coming for you. Icy grip? We're holding tight. Wintry mix? Safety's the name of our game. Toyota All-Wheel Drive sedans. Lease a Camry for just $299 a month or get 3.99% APR financing for 72 months on Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Tonight, where Taylor Swift stands as the It Ends With Us lawsuit explodes.
We've both been through so many changes.
Her decades-long friendship with Blake Lively now under a legal microscope.
You have to stop. You have to stop this.
New text revealed, Travis Kelce dragged into the controversy, and why Taylor could